Hello there, YouTube family. Welcome to yet another episode of Distance Bonds as we continue to explore the intricacies of maintaining love across borders. My name is Liz Macau, and as you can see today, I'm joined by my husband, Chadi. And today's episode is going to be kind of different. We're not sharing our story. We just wanna explore some of the signs that we are supposed, or you who are in a long distance relationship is supposed to look out for, just to tell if your person or your spouse or your boyfriend, girlfriend is committed to what you guys are into. And so as we were preparing for this, we just listed them down, and my husband is gonna elaborate more on each once we are done, just reading through them. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and just mention a few that we're gonna be exploring today, and then later on maybe we can share more about them. Yeah, so the first one I'm gonna say, of course, it's always communication, consistency in communication. The second one is future planning. Third one is trust and transparency, emotional support, effort in to bridge the distance, inclusion in their life, handling conflicts constructively, expressions of love and affection, and shared goals and values. Yeah, so we have about 9, and I'm gonna have my husband just elaborate one by one. Yeah, because you seem to have more experience in this.
What do you mean? We were both in a long distance relationship. We were in the same relationship, just so you know. There's no experience. It's just equal amount of experience. Yeah, but it's something that I'm really passionate about, because I know a lot of people that you might not think this, but a lot of people in a long distance relationship, more than you would think, actually.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want anybody to be heavily invested in something that is bound to fall.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like it's not just our duty as people who've navigated this successfully to say some of the things that we saw during that really gave us the signs. But also we need to highlight it, so for anybody who's on the fences, they can have something to at least look out forward to.
I feel like I overlooked some of these signs with you.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll find that out.
I'm gonna be sharing some of them as we continue.
We'll find that out. I'm excited to explore this. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm really excited for this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit me.
You want to talk about consistency in communication?
Yeah. Yeah. So consistency in communication is
communication is always what do I call it?
Communication is pretty much epitome and hallmark of any relationship.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be a long distance relationship. It doesn't even have to be like a romantic relationship.
Yeah.
It's just any relationship you can think of. Communication pretty much is that backbone, the foundation of it. So, but now more so in a long distance relationship, communication is the only thing pretty much keeping you guys connected. So that you might want to heavily invest in. You might really be really up for it, because it requires like consistent checkup. It requires consistent feeding, and it requires like consistent maintaining. You have to find a way that works for you guys, whether it's through phone calls, whether it's through mailing, whether it's through like any forms of communication. You have to find one that is fitting of you and your situation, and pretty much build on that one.
What if it's not there, like communication is not there, or it's kind of dropping down?
Okay. Yeah. So when you notice that communication is starting to change, that's usually some signs. It's not the only sign that there might be trouble in paradise, but it's usually the first signs that maybe there's something wrong, with the relationship. Yeah, either there's
there's something going on.
It
doesn't have to be something negative.
It doesn't have to be negative. It could be like, for instance, I remember that during when I was when we were in a long distance relationship and I was a student then, right? There used to be semesters where it required more of me to be more involved with school stuff. And sometimes I don't want to bring that up to you, because you'll feel like that's going to eat into our what I could have brought up, because you definitely notice the change in patterns in our communication. So yeah, so the consistency, once the consistency is pretty much altered,
Yeah.
it's bound to be noticed, and it's bound to cause either conflict or friction,
Yeah.
or to even just hinder a relationship. And if you're in a relationship with someone who's awful in communicating, it is very important to try and find ways you can bring them on board, with being not just open but consistent,
Yeah. Yeah.
in the good kind of communication.
Well,
Yeah.
that's one important aspect.
Yep.
Talk about future planning.
Yeah.
Why are they important?
Yeah, the future planning is just pretty much it really helps with knowing that whatever is in this person's mind, I am a part of. Since I can be on your daily activities and daily lives, I want to know that you're thinking about me and you're putting me in your future plans. That's pretty much the only way you can show me that you envision a future with me.
Yeah.
If most of your plannings are just a regular planning and everything which is nice, but there's no mention of me or
It's just
us,
all about you.
then it becomes difficult to write on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I think something I can add on that is, that would also involve like showing this person that even at the end of this, we're gonna live together. Just showing the need to want to live together.
Correct.
Later on, after you guys close your long distance relationship.
Correct.
So at least you both have something to hold on. Yeah. Well, yeah, trust and transparency, babe.
Yeah, that's a big one. I would say the main one actually. Communication is big, but I think also trust is go hand in hand with it. You know, it is imperative that you embark on this very difficult journey with someone you can actually trust. Yeah, if you find out that you're having difficulty trusting them, and you're always questioning what the next step is, or if they're gonna be as investigative as you are, then it's very important you clear that up first before you go any further into that relationship. Establish why you're having these feelings, because your feelings are valid, right? There's a reason you feel that way. So try and understand, why do you feel that way? What have you done, or what has he or she done to make you feel like in such a way that you cannot trust them? And so you try and establish what that is, and then to see if you can correct that. And also the transparency comes in such a way that whatever is going on in my daily activity, whatever is going on in my daily life, I need to cue in. I need to update you. You need to feel like you're part of it. I'm going to be transparent in this particular time. I intend to do this particular thing, and this is what I hope to get out of it. And also, of course, just with transparency is any chance you get to communicate, you just use it to communicate, and know that the other person is waiting on you. It's not just like the other person is waiting on you to actively do things that will show them that you're being upfront. And just cueing you in your daily activity, constantly communicating, those kind of things.
Yeah, because life in general can be complicated, and being in a long distance relationship, there's so many things that happen around happens around you. There are people judging you, there are people doubting your long distance relationship, and all those stuff happening might bring some doubts in your mind.
Correct.
Even though the other person he is very okay, he's very straight, but in your mind just some things are happening. And I remember during our long distance relationship, every time we talk, every time we we having conversation over the phone or we're chatting, I'd always remind you to be yourself.
Correct.
And something that was pushing me to tell you that it's some of these doubts or some of these, like I would meet some of my coworkers and they're like, Liz, are you sure about this? And then later on, nikiwa peke yangu, I'm just thinking about it and I'm like, maybe they are right, but then again, how can I help that? How I can't help. It's something that I do not have control over. other than just reminding my person, just be yourself, and also reminding myself to be myself, because I can just take my coworkers' words or take my family's word on it and run with them and just be like, there's no way it's gonna work. Yeah.
Correct.
So I feel like also communication comes in such like such situations where trust and transparency is challenged, and you have nothing else other than just communicating to this person and say like, this is what I feel about our relationship, and just to be strong enough, just try and be yourself.
Correct. Yeah, and I really think that one really helped carry me through like my time here, especially during that time as I was trying to figure out the system, trying to figure out the country. It really helped me through making some of the decisions. Make sure I'm making the correct decisions, really.
Another sign is emotional support. Well, the other person, like, well, you guys are in two different continents or two different countries. Life happens, right?
Correct.
Life happens, and we face situations like we'll face different situations, and that would need the other person's emotional support. Can you please elaborate on that?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you are far away from each other in terms of proximity and distance, does not necessarily mean that you can't continue with the same, like be empathetic, sympathetic in terms of what that situation calls for. You can feel them, depending on what they're going through, because the main purpose of updating each other with the main, daily lives is to walk through each other's life. Everything that happens, big or small, you feel like you're part of it. If you're going through something that really is a downer and is taking a toll on you, it is my responsibility, to pick you up when that happens. If you're in a relationship with someone who probably is not gonna acknowledge that and just disregard like whatever you're going through, it will be hard to like see a future with someone who's not really as supportive as that. So if you're in a relationship with someone who's always disregards that and be like, oh come on, we'll get over it, I'm sure you got this. That's just pretty much how the world is. It's really not a good sign that you should continue like being heavily invested in this person. If they're not supportive when you really need them, they're really of no use when you're good.
Exactly. Wow. This is very important. Effort to bridge the distance.
Efforts to bridge the distance. Like what are they doing? What are they doing actively to show that they would give anything?
What are you both doing?
For sure, what are you both doing? But right now we're trying to see. I feel like I'm invested.
Right now, the other person exactly.
So that's what I'm focused on, right? Okay. Yeah, because there's a reason why you're trying to seek why the other person is invested.
It's not,
right? You know why? Because you feel like you're more invested, right? There's no reason why you'd start questioning whether the other person is invested if you know they invested. You know what I'm saying? There's always that doubt that actually leads you to start seeking whether they invested. And it's not a negative thing. As I said, you have to keep on updating those plans.
Exactly.
And the plans have to. Things change, and it's not their fault or your fault. Things change. I just need to be assured that as things change, I'm constantly moving along in your plans as things change.
Yeah.
So what was that point again?
It's about
bridging.
Putting in an effort.
Putting in an effort.
Yeah.
So because
bridge the distance.
Because like a long distance relationship, people can get away with a lot of things. People can tell you what they want to tell you. People can tell you all the sweet things. Like I want to be with you. You're the most amazing person I've met. I love how we talk. I love how we laugh. But what are they doing?
What are you doing?
Like these things sound good. They're beautiful. And I love that stuff. But I wanna see these things at some point. I wanna see you make efforts. Any chance you get to come see me. Come see me. If I'm not like a busy, make a place for me. If it's somewhere you can invite me. Make a place for me so I can come.
Virtual.
Let's do virtual dates. Dates, are you really trying to make this work? Are you really trying to make it feel like we are a part? Are we really trying to make to bridge that gap. You know, do things, small things, dates, you know, anniversary stuff like that. You know, like surprises, do video calls and watch movies together. Make time for movie nights. You know, make time for all those things that would make somebody feel like, you know what, I feel like this person is committed to be with me. You know, it shows in the small things and even the big things. Is making trips to come see me. You know. Yeah.
Wow. Let's talk about inclusion.
Inclusion in?
Including your person in your life.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
And just like having them be part of you. Yeah, it's not like just you focusing on your own life and
like even when you're making plans, right?
Even when you're making plans,
like what plans are you having? What plans do I have for you? You know?
Yeah.
Yes, I know I'm gonna graduate finally and we'll be together. But what plans, you know? We'll be together and then what? You know? I'm gonna include you in such a way that now I've graduated and I'm gonna get a job, I'm gonna find an apartment, then I'll invite you.
Exactly. And another one is including them or connecting them with your family.
Absolutely. That's another way of
connecting them with your friends, no matter like how far you guys are, but just having this person know like who you are with, or
who's your circle,
who is your like in your circle and all that. Like I feel that like that kind of brings them close to you.
That's true.
And they feel like they are part of your life.
That is true. If I know the people you hang out with on the regular, and you know, if I get to meet the other side of your family that is representative of you, you know, that will give me some assurance, some confidence that you're actually committed on this on the long run. You know, because you wouldn't introduce me to people who are dear to you, you know, if you just in this to lead me on, you know, like it makes no sense. So that would give you some assurance that, you know, this person is actually serious. So I think that's a really good important, honestly. Like this person have to include you into their daily activities, into their plans, you know, into the future, into the circle. That will give me some good confidence.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. Well, let's talk about conflicts.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are those?
Handling conflicts constructively.
Oh, thank God we don't have conflicts. But
Are we saying?
Do we?
What is a conflict to you?
I mean, just a disagreement, disagreement when we
don't
agree.
Have that.
Do we not agree?
Oh my goodness,
we're perfect. Do we ever do? No, just kidding. Of course, every relationship, doesn't matter whether it's a romantic relationship or like any kind of even friendship. Sometimes, you know, there's always bound to be conflicts, right? How do we come out of it successfully?
By running away from them.
I mean, do we run away from them? I mean, we're not a runner, but for those who really want this to work, like how do we come out of it? You know, of course,
by avoiding them.
You know, by avoiding conflict. Can't avoid conflict. Sometimes conflict will find you.
I know.
You know.
Just kidding.
So we have to come out of it like successfully by handling it in such a way that is more respectful. First of all, even before we get all that, we have to establish the root cause of the conflict.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
What is causing the conflict? Like why? What is causing them in like disagreements? You know, why do we have the misunderstanding? You know, once we establish that and everybody lays clear and, you know, open where they're coming from, then we can go about like how we handle that. And how we handle that is by respect. You know, give the other person a chance to explain themselves, clarify things, you know, give you a perspective that you might not see currently, but that will be actually suitable for the situation, and then inviting them into your own perspective, you know, like come out of it in such a way that you're actually trying to learn from them. Don't come like you're trying to teach them. You know, come as you're trying to learn from that situation, because who knows, you probably might be the wrong one, you know. You might be on the one on the side. Exactly. Might be me, and it doesn't matter who's on the wrong side, right? The goal is to learn, and so that we can, next time we have the same situation, we know how to act better.
To handle, yeah. Okay, expressions of love and affection. I feel like we have covered all that.
Yeah, for sure. That's pretty normal, expressing love. And this is the thing though, that's very important. Expressing love and affection is not just by saying. Again, those things sounds very good. Back them up, right? Put the meat on the bone. You know, do things, surprise them on the anniversary, like show up when they least expect.
Mm-hmm.
Do surprise visits,
Yeah.
you don't even have to show, like use the people around them, use your friends, use your family, use the people you've introduced me to, yeah, do things, not just expressing love and affection through talking, because talking can be so easy sometimes, and with long distance relationship where you don't have to back that up.
Yeah.
Oh, you can be led on for years and years and years when nothing is going to materialize out of it, yeah. Let's finalize. What else do we got?
I think we got everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The only thing that I can add before you finalize is like, of course, we've covered our positive signs, and we've talked also about like negative signs. So I would say, like, when you notice positive signs, try and acknowledge them and reciprocate, because you don't want to be the one who is just receiving. So for this relationship to work, we have to be like mutually working strongly on it. So it's always very important to appreciate and acknowledge that you can see what the other person is doing, and you're doing the same too. Just yeah.
Yep. I mean, that sounds beautiful, and I would also like to add, whatever you said is really true. Honestly, you have to reciprocate it. But I would also like to add that when you go into this, everybody goes into a long distance relationship hoping for success.
Yeah.
They hope to come out of it, still together with their loved one. Even actually stronger. Come out of it like having learned. Because if you stand this test of time,
Yeah.
if you, it means that you can stand so much, because this is very demanding of everybody, of anybody, right? So if you can get through this, it means that you can get through so many things together. So just go in with a positive mindset, but at the same time, don't be too skeptical. Constantly ask yourself, do I feel like I'm being like appreciated? Do I feel like I'm being loved in such a way that I want to be loved? Do I feel like this person that I'm with is putting in more effort? Do I feel like this person that I'm with is including in their future? Do I feel like this person really wants to be with me? And all those signs of you've said,
Yeah.
they will be your guiding force for sure.
That's for sure. Yeah. I think that's it for today.
Yep.
Yeah. Viewers, yeah, maybe you can conclude.
I just did. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate your love and support. You guys have been coming in immensely. Really, you've been supporting us. You've been liking our videos. You've been subscribing. You've been sharing.
Yeah.
We see them in your friends groups. We see them in like places that we didn't know they can get to, and all that. That's all because of you guys. I want to take this opportunity again to say thank you, and may you continue watching, and hopefully in the hopes that maybe you're gonna see something or you're gonna hear something that will inspire you. Continue to take it easy out there. Take care. Go on and do great things. Show love to your loved ones, or even to people around you. Don't forget to pretty much spread the love.
Yes, and don't forget to let us know how we did in this episode, and share with us more signs that we just discussed. We just discussed a few of them, so we'd like to know if there are some that we haven't talked about, and that's gonna come from you guys. So feel free. The comment section is open for everyone, and yeah, show some love, and we'll see you in the next one.
All right, bye-bye. See you soon then.